She's the outspoken fiancé of Donald Trump Jr., and she served as campaign advisor for her soon-to-be, maybe, father-in-law, convicted felon, Donald Trump Sr. She is certainly an influential and important voice in his inner circle, and, it turns out, in the public forum. But in this riveting video you're about to see, Kimberly Guilfoyle bravely and courageously speaks truth to power, and she does so soberly, and without the theatrical enthusiasm she's been known for in the past.
President Trump believes in you. He emancipates and lifts you up to live your American dream. You are capable, you are qualified, you are powerful, and you have the ability to choose your life and determine your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
Yes, indeed, the best is yet to come, because the uncensored footage you'll see in just a minute features the soon-to-be Mrs. Trump Jr. as you've never seen her before. It's a rare and candid moment many may find actually difficult to watch due to its unflinching honesty. But, as you'll see, it may also serve as evidence that despite the many differences that divide both parties, there is one thing, now forever on record, that both sides absolutely agree on. And to fully appreciate this recently unearthed video of Kimberly Guilfoyle's public and self-inflicted reality check, let's set the stage by having a quick look at what happened on Capitol Hill today. Today, former president and current convicted felon and GOP nominee Donald Trump returned to Capitol Hill, and he returned for a closed-door meeting with Republican cohorts and sycophants in what's been described as the ramblings of a drunken uncle. That meeting prompted this pointed question from Eric Swalwell to his esteemed congressional colleagues.
Just a show of hands for anyone in the room who hung out with a felon today. Hey guys, probably want to get your hands up if you were hanging out with convicted felon Donald Trump. I don't think anyone on our side did, but that's why we're here.
Trump's private meeting with his MAGA minority reportedly included inappropriate rants about what he describes as Nancy Pelosi's wacko daughter. But as you'll see, it's his own future daughter-in-law that proves truth in politics indeed makes strange bedfellows. In this case, the pillow talk exchange we'll hear is a rare example of two divergent parties agreeing on one important point, a point that will define the election moving forward. First, let's hear from Congressman Adam Schiff and what he had to say today in Congress.
I want to begin by quoting the jury in the Manhattan hush money payment trial. Guilty, 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 guilty.
Now, in a very rare example of two divergent political positions echoing the same truth, let's have a look at Kimberly Guilfoyle, Donald Trump Jr.'s fiancée, as she reacts in real time to that huge shocking news that upended the Trump family. But watch, she uses the same words Adam Schiff used earlier today. So let's see Kimberly tell it like it is, in an epic video you're going to want to watch over and over and over again.
Guilty, count 1. Guilty, verdict, count 2. Guilty, verdict, count 4, so 3 and 4. Count 5. Guilty verdict. Count 6. Guilty verdict. Count 7. Guilty verdict. Count 8. Guilty verdict. Count 9. Guilty verdict. Count 10, guilty verdict. Count 11, guilty verdict. Count 12, guilty verdict. Count 13, a guilty verdict as well. Count 14, a guilty verdict.
It looks like we have breaking news, all counts.
Okay. Count 15, guilty verdict as well. So this is breaking news, the case of New York versus Donald J. Trump. The jury has voted unanimously, finding him guilty on all charged counts.
Wow, you can almost see the Botox quivering in her magnificent lips. So when that blessed day finally comes and what would most likely maybe be the Reverend Franklin Graham, he turns to little Donald and says, "You may now kiss the bride," we all have to wonder if the truth we just saw escape those luscious lips will make Donald Jr. recoil from the offensive halitosis that history will call the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. The best is yet to come.